I have an urge to talk about some gaming news. That's right. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about some gaming news stuff. I've been getting that urge to talk about gaming news like we used to do on this channel back in the good old days, if you remember, and if they were even that good, I don't know.
I told you, you son of a bitch! Back up the fucking hard drive!
I'm sorry! But I wanted to wait for a big story to come out. I was going to maybe talk about the Mass Effect Andromeda weird facial animations, but today was the perfect double whammy storm of news to talk about. Destiny 2 being announced, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, World, I see what they're doing now. We'll get to that in a little bit. Call of Duty World War II maybe being leaked, rumor, whatever, and all that stuff. So yeah, double whammy, two big news stories, and let's talk about it. So first off, Destiny was announced right on Twitter. A pretty unceremoniously big event. Just, hey, we're making Destiny 2. Here's a picture of, the logo, a big number 2, and a big burning city, which, hey, maybe it takes place on Earth. That would be cool, or some of it does, even though some of it already did, but maybe, it'll feel like Earth and not just random. Here, let me get into why I don't really care. It's not that I don't care. Destiny, for me, is the biggest middle-of-the-road game there has been in a long time. It is the middle ground. It is right here in the middle. Right in the middle ground of just, it's not that amazing, but it's not bad. It's fine, but it doesn't do anything amazingly well or different compared to its competition. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look amazing. The story is there. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's the biggest middle-of-the-road game, and if you like Destiny, that's fine. It clearly has its audience, but I do wonder how Bungie feels going from being, this kind of ties into the Twitter thing. Bungie, maybe a few years ago, back in the Halo days, you could get away with announcing, your next game just on Twitter, just like, oh, whatever. Hey, here it is, guys. Bungie, listen, you're not Rockstar, or at least you're not anymore. All right, if Rockstar wants to announce Red Dead Redemption 2 on Twitter, they can. If they want to announce right on Twitter, they can do that because they are that big. But you're back down here these days, Bungie. That's not saying that's a bad thing. Be creative, go for it. Create your own new thing, even though I'd argue Destiny is more Halo than, God, anything else. Did you ever notice that they can't name any bad guy in Bungie's entire history without the word the? The Covenant. The Forerunners. The whatevers. See, I didn't even play Destiny enough. What were the things? The big ball in the sky. What was the big ball in the sky? What are you? What are you? The Traveler. The Traveler. You know what? I'm gonna look it up real quick. All right. The Fallen. The Hive. The Vex. The Cabal. Can you come up with a word that's not the? Please. Please! That's my biggest problem with Destiny. It seems like an uncreative kind of thing. It was always kind of middle of the road, never did anything amazing, but never did anything super wrong. It just never caught on with me. And it didn't catch on for a lot of people. I know a lot of people picked it up and then dropped it. Now, it certainly has its fans, but from where Bungie was with Halo to now, they have definitely fallen really far from graces. And now we have Destiny 2, so much for that 10-year plan, guys, because the Twitter thing right below this is this week at Bungie, we're talking about the end of an era. Guys, it's 2017. Destiny came out in 2014. So 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll be gracious and say maybe it comes out in 2018. 18, maybe in 2019, 19. You didn't even make it halfway there. I don't know if they're going to continue to support Destiny after Destiny 2 comes out, but I kind of find that unlikely. They might still throw out little challenges every month and say oh, here's this and here's that and blah, blah, blah. But it obviously didn't work out. Their player base dropped off far too quickly in Destiny 1 to sustain the 10-year plan, so not enough people were playing. They weren't World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, to this day, is the 10-year plan. World of Warcraft did what Destiny was hoping to do by being this massive thing, and it could last up until now. But unfortunately, Destiny didn't hit that big. But am I excited for Destiny 2? I'll check it out. It's kind of weird that they are going in the future. Well, they're not going in the future direction. They are the future direction. And you know what? I'll give it to Bungie for staying the course. Throughout all the trends, they didn't go and make a modern warfare game. They didn't make a World War II shooter. They didn't do anything. They're sticking to their sci-fi roots, and they have double jumps. They have little jetpacks, and hey, they might have wall running in the second one. Who knows? I don't. But they have stuck to their sci-fi weird roots, and you know what? Good on them. Fine. Go for it. Make what you want to make. That being said, I hope either Destiny 2 has a really good campaign story, that's something that I can actually grab onto, because, you know, while Halo games weren't the biggest things in the world as far as cinematic masterpieces, they were no Mass Effect, the other ones. I'm not talking about Andromeda. Oh, God. Oh, God! They at least were fun. The Halo games had fun stories, where Destiny was just a slog. Here, Nathan Drake and/or Peter Dinklage, they changed that all of a sudden. Okay, I guess Dinklage wanted out after everyone made fun of him. I guess he wasn't up to the challenge. I guess he came up a little short on his I have no reason to make fun of this man. He is actually a really good actor. I like you in X-Men. X-Men? I don't know. For me to play Destiny 2, I need to see a reason that it's not just more Destiny. Destiny, I saw everything Destiny had to offer in the first mission of the original Destiny. The things might have changed, the names might have changed, the visuals might have changed, but all you do is run into a place, shoot the things that appear, put down your Dinklebot, let him do his thing, your Drakebot, let him do his thing while you defend him. Every mission is either that or you attack a boss thing. You just run through the corridors and shoot things, and it became monotonous and repetitive. And if you like that, that's fine. I know a lot of people enjoyed that. They enjoy the multiplayer. I have friends that still play it to this day. But I didn't get grabbed by it, and I want Destiny 2 to do something new. So I'm going to wait for the trailer to drop on that, and when I see it, maybe I'll be impressed. Who knows? But I bought into the hype train of the first one. I used to love Halo, and hey, the gunplay in Destiny, I'll give it that. Felt good. It felt like good old Halo. I didn't even aim down sights half the time in Destiny just because I was like, oh, remember Halo? Remember that? I bet Bungie's trying to remember Halo days too. Hey, look, if you take the 2 and just add a little line right there. Oh, look, it's a Halo! No, you're gonna get sued, Bungie. So speaking of Destiny sticking to its sci-fi roots, we have another series that has no idea what to stick to anymore, and that is Call of Duty. There are some leaked images of what is supposedly, I guess, marketing, like mock-ups of marketing things and steel book covers that might come with the game. None of this stuff is confirmed as the actual name of the game or the setting or anything, but it's most likely true because it makes sense. Call of Duty is going back to World War II, and it makes sense from the business perspective. It doesn't make sense from trying to be original and creative. So, if you guys don't know, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare didn't bomb in sales, even though it was way down. But you look at that YouTube video with that really bad dislike bar, and yeah, I think executives are going to change it up a bit this year. And what makes this weird, if I didn't explain it, Call of Duty is going back to World War II. They even have these books right here. You can see this little thing, like Call of Duty World War II, which we're going to get to that name in a second. Jesus Christ. Call of Duty did the sci-fi thing, and they've been going that route, and nobody seems to enjoy it. I'm sure kids do enjoy it, but majority of fans don't like Call of Duty's path. But I don't know if going back to World War II is the best idea, because while Battlefield 1, Call of Duty's biggest competition, is technically doing World War I, it feels like a World War II shooter. Battlefield 1's got that covered, guys. They've got that pretty locked down and covered. So I know what you're doing. You're saying, hey, kids want to go back to the past. They want to go to World War I and II. That's what they want to do. They want to go back in time. Gonna go back in time. But that's probably their thinking. If this is all true, they're going back to World War II, and they're gonna make something that's a more action-centric version of Battlefield 1 in World War II settings, and there you go. Because Call of Duty is always the more action-packed version of shooter. But first off, I hope these images aren't of real people, and I hope they're actors. I hope they didn't take for this steel book like actual World War II images and put them on the box, because if that's true, what a sad way to end up. I'm just saying, they sacrificed their lives maybe for our country, or at least put their lives at risk for our country, and where do they end up? Slapped on Call of Duty, which nowadays is pretty like, I don't want to be there. It's like when they it's like when they played the David Bowie song in the Modern Warfare or Advanced Warfare or whatever trailer. They did that, and I had like this dirty feeling in my mouth because he had just passed away, and then they're like, let's announce the Call of Duty game. I've completely blanked on what the song was, but I know it was David Bowie. This is Ground Control to Major Tom. That song. It was so weird just kind of seeing it slapped on Call of Duty. It was like a disrespectful thing, at least in my book. Let me get to Call of Duty World War II. If these images are true, if this image right here is the name of Call of Duty. Now, I know in the beginning I said I see what they're doing. It just dawned on me. You know how they have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, WW2. What they did, the guy in the marketing booth probably at Call of Duty headquarters probably looked at the logo of Modern Warfare 2 and was like, ugh, oh my God. They're gonna call it Call of Duty World War II. Because WW2, Call of Duty WW2 is probably how they're gonna push it. So all the kids who used to like Modern Warfare 2. And see, that's the thing. All the people, not all the people, but most of the people that play Call of Duty now are people who grew up with Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and those games, and Black Ops. Those are the people who are now my age when I was in high school playing, you know, Call of Duty 4. I love that game, but I played the previous Call of Duty games. But this is what they grew up on. I don't know if those kids... am I a kid? I don't know if those people, kids, whatever, want to go back to World War II. I know they played World at War. That one was probably fun, but they probably want... I always hear, make another Modern Warfare 2, man. If they remade Modern Warfare 2, that would be great. If they made something like Modern Warfare 2, that'd be awesome. And I'm afraid that Call of Duty is just following the trend of Battlefield 1. Instead of creating their own trend like they did, and I know Battlefield 2 did the Modern Warfare thing first, but Call of Duty 4 is really the popularization, I guess that's a word, of the modern shooter in the last generation of gaming. But now they're following Battlefield with these, and they're gonna try and go back and compete in that. They're just gonna get laughed at. They're gonna get mocked, just like they do every year at this point. They need to do something legitimate. And I hope, by all means, I hope this game is good. If the single player campaign is really hard hitting and respectful to the, you know, time period, because I heard World at War got a little crazy. They can't pull off the action movie bullshit that they've been doing when you go back to a historical moment. So if Call of Duty is WW2, Call of Duty WW2 coming out soon, make sure you get the season pass. If that's true, I'm gonna laugh at it again. I hope it's really good. Advanced Warfare single player at least was all right, but it's not from the same developers. And that's what's weird. They must have had this planned for a while. They knew Advanced Warfare was going to fail because these games they're made by different people. They don't just make one every year. These things have been in the pipeline for years. So they knew Advanced Warfare was going to fail. They probably set that game up to fail just so this one would be a bigger hit. They've had this planned for years. But anyways, guys, that's what I think about Destiny 2 being announced and Call of Duty WW2 being leaked or maybe or whatever. I just wanted to talk about it. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about anything I talked about today. And let me know if you like this kind of video, because I like to talk about stuff. I like to talk about gaming. It's not the most revolutionary type of content in the world, but I enjoy doing it. So if you guys like videos like this, I will be sure to make more frequently, a lot of them. But let me know, guys, and I'll see you next time, and yay!
Destiny.